to make his speech and take us from there.
Thank you very much, the Deputy Vice Dr. John Cheluget, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning again. Yes, it's a happy morning. Today we're having a lot of sunshine, and it's a beautiful weather and occasion for us here. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you all to this conference this morning. It's great to have you. We like visitors, both physical and those people who are logged in, through virtual means, wherever they are. And the DVC has mentioned that we have some people logged in from Canada. We have other people logged in from Japan. We also have other people logged in from South Africa, West Africa, where we have lots of partnerships and friends. So take the opportunity to welcome you all to this conference this morning. And I need to observe the protocol through our chief guest, Dr. Beatrice Muganda Inyangala, the PS Higher Education, who is represented here ably by Dr. Carol Hunja. Dr. Carol Hunja, representing the PS, is the Secretary of Higher Education and Research. And basically his major role is to develop programs through partnerships and other interests at the ministry. So we are very happy to have a representation from the ministry here, because we are in the education sector and we are regulated by the ministry. So a lot of interest that a lot of things that we do in the university must conform to the standards and the requirements, that we are provided with by our regulator, the Commission for University Education, whose role emanates from the ministry at a higher level. So we are very happy to have a representation from the ministry. And Dr. Carol, please, when you go back, pass our best regards to Dr. Inyangala. I know she has got a very busy schedule indeed. In fact, as I was chatting with Dr. Carol in the morning before we came here, we were with Dr. Inyangala, the PS in Mombasa last week, and he had assured me that she would be here today. And even as late as yesterday evening, she had confirmed that she was coming in person. But because of the nature of her work, her schedule and so on, a lot of things. So, but we are happy to have Dr. Carol. So please pass our regards when you go back later on, and you feel very much welcome. I also want to recognize the presence of our keynote speaker and the partner, Professor Humphrey Obora. Professor Humphrey Obora, feel very much welcome. Professor Obora is not just a keynote speaker, he is also a partner of ours. He runs the Talent Institute, and he'll talk more about it when he comes here. So I don't want to go into that. But he's our very, very strong partner, and the other roles that he plays at international level, he is going to speak about them when he comes here. And I also want to recognize the presence of our very strong partners from Japan. It has been mentioned that we have Professor Zain Richie here. We have Professor Mikhail with us here. We have Michael, here. And we have also our students from Japan. And by the way, even these professors I'm talking about, they are also our students. They are actually our PhD students. Professor Zain, is it okay for me to announce that you're a student? Yes, exactly. Yeah, there are students learning PhD, taking PhD from Japan. Professor Miller in Canada is also in our PhD program. And we have about 4 or 5 other professors in Japan that are enrolled in our PhD program here. So we are attracting a lot of international, attention and students. And we are happy that we have now our students from Japan who have joined us here. to learn. Sorry that we are not speaking in Japanese language. Sorry that we are not having a translation into Japanese language. But for example, those who are in Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, you learn in English, isn't it? When I was there, we interacted in English, you attended your classes, and you're very fluent in English, which is good, okay? So you're very much welcome and feel at home to join us here today. So the conference that we're having, and the DVC has mentioned that this is a conference that we have organized at the interest of our Japanese friends and partners from Japan. We normally organize conferences together. Last year in November, a team of about 14 students and staff from MUA here traveled to Japan, and we attended conferences there. And so it is on that basis that we also are reciprocating by organizing this conference today, so that we are able to also have them, because this is the most convenient time for them to come over here. In Japan, it is very cold now. Okay, I believe it must be snowing in some places in Japan, very heavy snow. Professor Miller sent me some snapshot from Canada yesterday, and I asked him, how are you managing to drive in this? Because the car window was all snow, you can see the road is all snow, it's only a narrow stretch, which is, what was not having snow. So I'm sure you must be really enjoying this weather, running away from the snow the other side. So please feel free to be coming every so often. So when we go there, perhaps sometime in November or October this year, it will be again time when there is no snow there. It will be, I think, autumn turning into winter again. So it will be beautiful for us. So we normally rotate that way, and we really welcome this gesture. So the conference in general is an avenue where we disseminate knowledge, and we do research, and then in conferences, then we now disseminate that knowledge. We share it with people, and then we like people to critique what we have done, as a university and so on. And that is mainly the purpose for which this conference has been organized. And I would welcome all of you to listen in, and also people who are booked to present papers. Present the papers, you be critiqued, so that when your papers are being published in whatever journals they're being published, then their papers that will have been presented in conferences would have been critiqued, would have been reviewed, by academicians from different walks of life. Conferences are also places or avenues for networking and meeting new people. And I believe there are several new faces here. So please, before you leave this conference, make sure that you know at least 2 new people that you're taking back home. And not just meeting them for the purpose of meeting them, but to make contact so that later on you can be engaging. Because research is about collaboration. Conferences, therefore, is about creating an atmosphere, avenue where people can be able to collaborate, where people can be able to meet and then network later on. And so that whatever it is that you're doing in future, you bring in some new knowledge, some new ideas, some new culture, and so on and so forth. And similarly, conferences are also avenues for learning new things in different spheres. So you come here to learn about the culture. We're going to learn about the Japanese culture. They are going to learn about our culture. We're going to learn about the culture of MUA. I have seen our colleagues from JKU are here. Thank you very much for coming. And I believe from other universities. And indeed, I believe there are many more who are, logged in virtually from wherever they are. So feel very much welcome, and let us all share, regardless whether virtual, regardless whether physical, let us all share so that we can all learn together. So now this topic and theme for the conference is a very interesting topic. It is contemporary. And what have we done about this particular topic as MUA in terms of data science and artificial intelligence? We as a university have developed academic programs and short courses in data science and AI. And we're already offering those courses as a university. So therefore, this topic is home to us. We are looking forward to launching additional programs this year And I think already in the works are about 37 or so programs which are being developed, are in the process of being launched before the end of this academic year. Some of them are going to be launched as, soon as before the end of this semester. Now, we have also integrated, AI into our teaching and research. And because we recognize the transformative power of AI, we are actively integrating AI into teaching and research. And some of the aspects of teaching and research that we are engaging AI in are, for example, AI has been condemned in a lot of ways, that AI is making students kind of not be serious students, that they use AI for their assignments, they use AI for their exams, and so on and so forth. And our students are here. You can tell me if you use AI to work out your exams, to answer exam questions, or to do your assignments. I don't want you to answer that question. But what I would want to advise you is that AI is there for you. I always equate AI to the time when computers came into the world. Don't go far back to the computers. Even as recent as mobile phones. When the mobile phones came into the world, a lot of people resisted mobile phones. Some people say that if you use a mobile phone, maybe your blood is going to be sucked, maybe it is going to give you blood pressure, maybe it is going to do this and that. Who doesn't use a mobile phone today? Everybody uses it, isn't it? So if we remained in the past and said it is harmful to our health, it is harmful to our environment, and so on and so forth, then mobile phones would not have taken up. But now you can see the advantage of mobile phone. You walk around with your office, wherever you are. You look for information, you just tap your mobile phone and get it from the internet. Okay? Similarly, AI is here with us to stay. If you want to detest AI, you do so at your own peril. But there's the good and the bad side of the AI. The good side of the AI is that it's got everything. The bad side of AI is that it can be misused, particularly by students, because it's got everything. So as a student, you need to decide, do you want to be a half-baked student, or do you want to be a student who is knowledgeable, who is going to get the knowledge, learn the knowledge today, and then when you go out, then you can be able to apply that knowledge. The idea of learning is to be able to apply. You see, all these things that we're using now, they were discovered or invented by people who were before us. The planes, the mobile phones, the trains, and so on and so forth. So if they didn't do it, what would we be using now? So similarly, you should ask yourself one question, that do I want to be a half-baked person at the end of the day who is going to prescribe the wrong medicine just because I passed my exams through AI, just because I cheated in my exams and so on? Ask yourself that question. And remember the people that you'll be, if you want to be a doctor, the people who you'll be treating using false knowledge are your children. Those are the ones that you'll be treating rather, through false knowledge. So you'll be killing your own children and killing the entire generation to come thereafter. So we need to look at the good side of AI. Use it to search before you can maybe focus on specific areas. And you can use it to format your reports, for example. Yeah? Just get the skeleton format of the report from AI. And then from there, then you can now fill in the details. And there are so many other uses. So we are already integrating that and into our systems and curricula, and we shall continue to offer those. Then we have also launched a comprehensive leadership development program for faculty and administrative staff, which focuses on ethical leadership, strategic thinking, digital citizenship, and the ability to lead in an era of rapid change. And this marries, or rather, augurs very well with the leadership development program component of this particular conference. So we are doing actually things that are at home here. We are not doing things which are outside our university. In terms of sustainability initiatives, we are deeply committed to environmental stewardship, And we have undergoing significant transformation, model of sustainability in our Kisaju campus, which, is already in shape. And we are going to show how this is taking shape practically in our university. And so with we also supporting faculty and students to attend capacity building events and conferences. And we mentioned about our presence in Japan last year. Actually, we didn't only go to Japan last year. We went to a number of places. Our students and staff last year went to Dar es Salaam, where we attended a meeting there. About 14 or 15 students went there. We also went to Accra in Ghana, where we also attended conferences there. And we also visited our partner universities there, about 5 of them in Accra in Ghana. We went to Nigeria, Lagos. We went to South Africa. We went to, there's a lot of partnership sort of strength in this university. And that enabled us to get a lot of, learning and learn different cultures, the way they are doing them in other countries, and different innovations, and so on and so forth. So this conference is of immense interest to us, and we really want to appreciate your presence here for coming to join us in this particular conference. And we want to ask you to feel free, mix and mingle, and also share your ideas, so that together we can learn and take, importantly, our country, Kenya, to the next level. Kenya is on the move. So if you don't move with Kenya, you saw what happened the other time when our Gen Zs were very hungry and angry, okay? They actually came out in the streets and pushed us aside and told us, you are our forefathers. We are seeing you as our forefathers. We are not seeing you as our immediate parents. Because the kind of things that you're telling us are not in line with the reality, not in line with our expectations. So we must be relevant, to our children. We borrowed this country and our land from our grandchildren. We borrowed it from them because it is theirs for the future. So let us make sure that we take it, the right care of it, and so that we can leave it a better place for them in the future. Thank you very much. With those few remarks, I now want to